So, hi, my name is Finn, and today we're talking with Jimmy Wales. Jimmy is the founder of Wikipedia, the biggest source of information on the internet. With over 38 million articles and up to 280 different languages, it's an incredible resource for people all over the world. Let's go and meet the man that started it all. Hi Jimmy, it's nice to meet you.
Hi Finn.
Can you tell me a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Sure, I'm Jimmy Wales. I'm the founder of Wikipedia, and I spend my time doing lots of different things, but I still work a lot on Wikipedia.
What happened if someone put something on there that wasn't true? How would you check it?
Sure, I mean, this is one of the classic things that people always want to know about Wikipedia is how do we make sure things are true, and it really comes down to having a great community, having volunteers who are very passionate about making sure that Wikipedia is right. And then in the software, there's just a lot of mechanisms for people to be able to quickly check what's changed since the last time they were around, to get notified if something's changing. And of course, if you go in and you start misbehaving, we can very quickly just see all of your contributions and revert them. And if people are misbehaving, they get blocked. You know, sometimes we have to block schools if the kids have access and they start messing around on Wikipedia. Yeah. But it's not just about kids. One time we had to block the US Congress because they were misbehaving in Wikipedia. So we blocked the whole Congress for a day and said, you have to behave yourselves. So.
Yeah, I was thinking about a thing like Wikipedia, but Kidspiration. So it's for kids to go on to help with their homework and stuff.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, obviously a lot of kids do use Wikipedia, but oftentimes the articles are written at too technical of a level on certain topics, so you got to be a pretty clever kid to get through some of the Wikipedia entries. A lot of them are pretty straightforward for anybody to read, but there's actually, we've talked about this idea of an encyclopedia more for kids, and it's actually really hard. In some ways it's harder than writing for other adults. So adults generally have a pretty good idea of what you know, a generally educated adult can read and understand. You know, you can look at it and you can say, well, look, anybody who is, you know, they've finished high school and maybe they've done some university, they could read this entry and understand it. But if you ask the typical adult, what does a 7-year-old know? What does a 9-year-old, 11-year-old, 13-year-old? Obviously that's very different across all those age groups, and it's also hard to remember, like, okay, what level should I be writing at? That's really hard to do, to understand the differences, and so that's one of the reasons an open system for a kid's encyclopedia would be a challenge. I still think it's a good idea, but it'd be a lot of things to think about.
What do you do in your spare time?
In my spare time, you know, well, I travel a lot for work. I have to go all around the world to meet people, to talk about Wikipedia. You know, we're partly, well, we're currently blocked in China. The Chinese government doesn't, they're not so open about different political information that's gone on in China, and so they've blocked us. So I had to go to China to meet the minister there to try to convince him to not block Wikipedia. Didn't succeed yet, but I'll keep trying. And then, you know, when I'm at home in London, I'm just a boring person in my spare time. I go home and I see my kids and put them to bed, and then I either get back on my computer or watch something on TV.
I just play on my computer, I watch videos or play games.
Yeah, what games do you like?
Well, I like games like Minecraft and stuff.
I love Minecraft. Minecraft is so awesome. You want to know something, like one of the coolest things I ever did? I had to give a speech over in Sweden, which is where Notch lives, who's the creator of Minecraft. I went to his office and I met Notch. It was like the coolest thing ever. Yeah.
Did you get some information to put on Wikipedia from there?
No, I was just doing it for fun. My daughter is a big Minecraft fan as well. It's a great game.
Have you ever like done a crime? It's a bit of an odd question. Because my dad, he tied himself to a tree to stop people cutting down trees.
Yeah, like a protest thing.
But he had to go into prison for the night.
Yeah, no, that's cool. So I call that civil disobedience rather than a crime necessarily. But yes, it is technically against the law, but it's to illustrate a point as opposed to just, you know, robbing a store or something like that.
Yeah, not like that.
No, I've never been involved in a protest like that. Where I just haven't done that. I would do it, I think, but I've not done it. I've always found I'm better helping people in other ways. I have driven over the speed limit. I got a speeding ticket once. That was pretty.
Yeah.
My mom was really not very happy with me. I was a teenager at the time.
What advice would you give to kids?
Well, I mean, I think most of the advice that I give is quite standard. Like, people say these things that sound kind of cliched, but they're cliches for a reason. It's because they're actually true. Like, if you want to be successful, do something you love. Because if you don't love what you're doing, you're not going to be very good at it. And so, you know, if there's something you're really passionate about, pursue that as your life career. Because, I mean, it's amazing if you can have the opportunity to do something that you love every day, and they pay you for it. Wow, it's like a miracle. It's amazing. Other things I tell people are fail faster. It's a great Silicon Valley expression, and the idea is try little experiments. Don't bet everything all on one thing. Try little experiments. If it doesn't work out, try something else. You know, that it's okay to fail at something, because you can always do something new and something different. And sometimes people are afraid to try something because they built up in their mind, like, oh, if I try this and I fail, it's going to be heartbreaking and so on. You can get through that if you go, I'll just give it a try. If I don't like it, you know, then I'll just do something else.
Don't set goals too big for yourself, otherwise you're never going to get them.
Yeah, but don't be afraid to set a big goal, because you might get there. So just try to have fun.
So it was really nice to meet you, Jimmy, and it was nice to find out about how you made Wikipedia and all the things about you. It was really fun.
Well, thanks. It was great talking to you. I should interview you next. I'd like to know more about you.
Yeah. I use Wikipedia a lot, and meeting the guy that actually created it was amazing. Jimmy was fun to talk to, and I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.